All right, guys, we got another one, and this one is called I Filed for Divorce with No Job or Income. Let's check this one out.
I filed for divorce with no income, no job. Let's talk about it. So I am 4 years divorced today, but while I was still married, the last couple years of my marriage, I was a stay-at-home mom, no job, no income.
Wow. I guess she's about to say I started to become unhappy in my relationship and I wanted out. Here's the issue with that, guys. And here's the issue that women don't realize. And she won't realize it until she moved out. And I'm sure she did understand that. When you are a stay-at-home wife, all right, you shouldn't be complaining about anything, to be honest with you. All right, unless it's just catastrophic, unless he's putting his hands on you, unless he's, verbally abusing you at all ends of the spectrum. If that's not taking place and you have an issue with your husband, all right, and you're a stay-at-home wife, those things should be worked out. Those things can be worked out. And like I said, guys, it never fails. Women are the ones who file for divorce. All right. She just said she filed for divorce. She wanted out. And there's women out there that would dream, okay, every day to just be a stay-at-home wife, right? No problems whatsoever. But I'm telling you right now, social media has got a chokehold on a lot of these women in today's society. It does. All right. It's making them think that grass is greener on the other side. It's making them think that everything will be okay. You can just, whenever you get upset, you can just easily just file for divorce. It's that simple. Divorce to me is just a simple gesture nowadays, guys. It's nothing that's really considered. It's nothing that women don't take the time to think about harshly. And before they make that decision, they just say, oh, I don't like the way he snores anymore. Or I don't like the way he does this or he does that. And you know what? He wears those shoes one more time, I'm going to file for divorce. And to them, in the back of their head, it's just an easy out. It's just something they can just say, okay, yeah, whenever I don't feel like it anymore, I can just file for divorce. And if people really understood what marriage really meant, okay, then those issues would not be taking place, period. All right. It just blows my mind of the concept of marriage. When you ask certain people this of today and just look at their actions, they'll tell you everything you need to know. It's crazy.
I started to become unhappy in my relationship and I wanted out. I did my research, I used my resources and found out in the state of Texas, you can file for divorce with no income. There's an affidavit that you fill out and submit with your petition. And that is what I did. A couple months afterwards, I did get a job making like $13 an hour. Because of that, I did have to move to a lower income area, something that I'm not really accustomed to.
Yeah, duh. I mean, who would have known, right? You were in a nice area, you had everything you needed, and because you wanted a divorce, you had to relocate and go somewhere undesirable. I mean, makes sense if you put two and two together. She's talking as if she didn't necessarily realize that was going to be the case moving forward, but hey, whatever, let's continue.
We stayed there for about 10 months until after I got a full-time job paying much more and was able to move us back to the area that we were well accustomed to. I feel like that was a sacrifice that I needed to make for my happiness overall.
For your happiness overall. What about those kids' happiness? What about the kids and their happiness? Okay. It says the health and happiness of my kids too. I just can't get with that. And like I said, she's painting her picture, guys, for us. And that's all we can see. All right. But anytime you take kids away from a two-parent household, guys, I don't care what you say, it's going to do some sort of damage to them. All right. Down here, it's saying the health and happiness of my kids, too. That's what she's about to say, I guess, in this video. The typing is a little bit ahead, but I find that very hard to believe, guys. All right. I think the health and the happiness of most kids is most important when the parents are together, when people stay married, unless, like I said before, there's a stipulation where the husband is abusive to the wife or kids. If that's not happening, guys, there's no reason anyone should be talking about divorce. What they should have been talking about is maybe counseling and taking the proper steps to make sure that the marriage can stay solid. That's just my humble opinion from the outside looking in, but let's continue.
The health and happiness of my kids too, because if I'm happy and healthy, then they can thrive as well.
Let me say this. If she's happy doesn't necessarily mean that the kids are happy as well, guys. That's bullshit. I'm just being honest with you. Like I said before, she chose the divorce. I'm sure the kids weren't thinking as they're coloring with their crayons and as they're watching their cartoons, hey, mommy's about to file for divorce and leave daddy, and we're going to have to split up and go move to the hood for 10 months. Okay. I don't think I don't think they were thinking that, and I don't think they were jumping for joy, okay, during that process. All right. I really find that hard to believe. I'm serious. I typically think that she was just unhappy in the relationship for whatever reason. All right. And I don't think it was anything dire as far as him being abusive towards her. I just think she just wasn't happy with him, and she wasn't willing to fight for the marriage. A lot of women nowadays, guys, they do not want to fight for a marriage. Like I said, marriage to them is just like a piece of candy you can just pick up on the floor and unwrap and eat. Okay, it's that simple. If things aren't going their way, if they don't like the taste of this on Tuesday, they're ready to divorce on a Wednesday. All right, that's just what it is. That's what I've been seeing. That's all over social media now, guys. And now you have these people, these gurus, so-called gurus out here, who are telling these women and feeding them a story that it's okay to push that eject button. If all else fails, push eject. Matter of fact, not even if all else fails. If you're unhappy, push eject. Don't try to fight. Don't try to go to counseling. Don't try to work it out. If you have kids, whatever, just make sure you're happy. Period, point blank. All right. Forget the husband. Forget how he feels, of course. And when we're dealing with relationships in general, guys, let's just be honest. Most people don't give a damn about the men in this situation. OK, it can go all the way back to divorce court, wherever you want to look at it, guys. The men are supposed to just deal with it and keep moving. All right. Never mind how they feel. Never mind how their life is affected by this. Period. It's just the way it is. And we're expected to do that. All right. Let's continue.
I say that to say, don't let circumstances hold you in positions that you don't want to be in, that are unfavorable, and that are not benefiting you.
That are not benefiting you. You were a stay-at-home wife, and you weren't benefiting from that. Tell me, name a part in your life or a time when you were married to this guy that you were not benefiting from that. Okay, not having to work, just having to deal with the kids and raise the children and help with that. Tell me please tell me where you're in a situation where you're just asked out. I would love to know that. I would love to know it, guys. Let's continue.
There's always a way out. You just have to stay focused and dedicated and use the resources available to you. Ask questions, reach out to people, do whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself into a better position and a better place.
That's going to do it for this video. Yeah, I'm kind of dumbfounded here, but at the same time, why should I be, guys? This is going on all around me, all around you. If you go and check out TikTok, if you go to YouTube, it's everywhere. Okay. It's everywhere. Women like this are just, like I said, waking up on a random day and saying, hey, I'm not happy, and I'm just going to hit that divorce button, period. All right. And move forward with that. We're going to break up the family. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, and let him pick up the pieces after it's all said and done. And I'm also willing to live in the hood somewhere that is dangerous, so to speak, for a number of months and put my kids there too, just to get away from this marriage, guys, just so I can avoid working on this marriage. I'd rather do this than work on the marriage and try to make sure that the marriage is okay. I'd rather do this than keep a family together. All right. This is what people are missing. This is what a lot of people are failing to understand. Women mostly, and I say women mostly because, guys, like I said before, I've said it so many times if you watch this content, women are the ones who file for divorce. Look at the stats. They will tell you all you need to know. And this is why they're doing it. All right. They're putting videos out like this. Other women are looking at it and they're saying, you know what? I'm not going to fight for this marriage. I don't see there's any reason to fight for this marriage. If it wasn't how it was when I first got into it, if I don't feel like I did when we first got together and we're not having that honeymoon type of phase in our relationship, then you know what? I'd rather go back out there into the streets. I want somebody else to clap these cheeks. I want to put myself back on the market. And I'm willing to go through all of these things just to attain that. And what they don't realize is, guys, if you're not in marriage long enough to understand, the honeymoon phase is called the honeymoon phase for a reason. All right. What do you do after that phase? All right. What do you do then? And that's what a lot of women don't realize. And it's sad. And what's even worse is when she tries to go back out there in the dating market, it's going to be a treacherous scene. Okay. Guys are going to be coming in there, clapping her cheeks in the dark, into the night. And that is all she's going to receive, guys. Another man is not going to take on the responsibility of her kids that she had with her previous husband. It's not going to happen, guys. Her trying to find a new relationship out here, good luck to you. I'm just telling you right now from experience. I'm telling you from what I've seen and what I know. And they are oblivious to it. With that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please, if you enjoy the content, hit that like and subscribe button. I put out content every other day on this channel, and we're trying to grow the community. So with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.